So hello guys, and welcome to another episode of Reecee News. And first up we have today regards a game that I may or may not be obsessed with, and that's Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door, since the remake has been rated by the ESRB, since it's probably releasing fairly soon. I'm gonna guess probably around April or May, and we'll get like another trailer for it within the next couple months. So I am beyond excited about the Paper Mario Thousand Year Door remake. Like, Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door is already tied as my favorite game of all time, along with like Mario Odyssey and Tears of the Kingdom. So I am really excited to see what the remake will do, and it will probably end up being my favorite Switch game. Like, I already love Thousand Year Door, the original game, so much, but I love the new art style that will be in the remake. And I'm really excited to see how they'll improve the original game. I mean, it was already amazing, but there are a couple flaws here and there, and there's always room for improvement, even in my favorite games. So I am just really excited about Thousand Year Door, and I definitely have a lot of videos planned in the future about it. But with the rating for the ESRB, it's still rated E, like the original, and also like Origami King and Super Mario RPG, other recent Mario RPGs have been rated E. I think Sparks of Hope might have been E10+, but I might be wrong. I just kind of remember that being E10+, but I am genuinely kind of surprised that Thousand Year Door is an E10+. I mean, obviously, it wouldn't be higher than that, and there really isn't anything in Thousand Year Door that warrants it being above E10+, but I'm just thinking, like, for a Mario game, it has things you really wouldn't expect to see in a Mario game that would usually being, like, other things, or kind of, a little more intense than you'd usually see in Mario. Like things like the Noose and Rogue port, or Flurry's design, or some of the dialogue as well, though the dialogue is more kind of like implications of things. It's not really like something that would get hit by the rating that much, like the age rating that much. But yeah, I'm kind of surprised that it isn't E10+, because there really isn't anything that is like it really doesn't seem like any more tame than Mario Odyssey. I mean, it is pretty tame by video game standards, don't get me wrong. It's still a Mario game after all. It's still, like, definitely friendly to kids and everything, but, I didn't really think it was, even more tame than Super Mario Odyssey and everything. I'm just kind of surprised that it's still, like, rated E and everything. But I guess the ESRB is a little more lenient nowadays, probably even more so than the beginning of the Switch era, because there are a lot of games that I didn't expect to be rated E that were still rated E and everything. I think the Super Mario RPG remake, I was kind of expecting that a little bit to be E10+, but now looking at it, it does kind of make sense. They did change some things about it, but even though it was pretty faithful to the original. But with Thousand Year Door, they don't really seem to be changing anything at all aside from some very minor things in the game. So I think this game is still mostly going to be untouched. I think it might just be the ESRB that's a little more lenient nowadays. So one of the things that they did mention, like with the rating and everything, was on top of mild fantasy violence that you usually see with Mario games, there's also mild suggestive themes. I wonder who that could be referring to. But yeah, even though I am kind of surprised that it isn't E10+, I can still kind of see why it's still like rated E and everything. And just in general, I'm glad that it does have the rating now, since it kind of goes to show that the game is not too far away. I think it's probably only like 4 months or so away if it's releasing like in April or May. So I am really looking forward to this remake, and I just can't wait to see more footage of it as well. So the final topic here is about a new Banjo-Kazooie game. And as unlikely as it seems, there's actually quite a lot of things kind of buzzing around for like a possible new game and everything, since there are some, like, insiders and everything, like, claiming that this is happening. Like, there were even some, like, as early, like, as 2022, saying that, like, or, well, they were saying that, like, this has possibly been greenlit as early as 2022, and there were also some other things, like, for a while, that not a lot of people have been talking about, that have been kind of, like, buzzing around about a new Banjo-Kazooie game. So it's kind of been spreading around, like, on Twitter and YouTube and everything, and, like, apparently it's, like, an active project and everything, so, yeah. But another interesting thing about this, Grant Kirkhope, the composer of the Banjo-Kazooie games, also made a comment about it, kind of, like, hinting at something. It could mean nothing, and most people are just looking too much into it, but it is kind of interesting that he did say something under some of these, like, rumor posts and everything. But I thought that was pretty interesting. And then there was also, like, the recent interviews and things with Phil Spencer saying that, like, he was saying that, like, he hears Banjo fans, and there might be something eventually, so who knows, there might be something coming soon for Banjo-Kazooie. And if it does happen, I'm curious about how they'll handle it. Like, if it will be, like, an Xbox exclusive, or it will also come to the Switch, or whatever the next Nintendo console is, or Switch 2, if that's out by the time this new Banjo-Kazooie game will release. I'm kind of thinking about Nintendo and Xbox's, like, relationship over the past 5 years or so. Like, I could definitely see that happening because of Nintendo's history with Banjo-Kazooie, but it could also be a thing where it comes to Xbox first, and then it comes to, like, Nintendo and PC later. But I think that's pretty interesting, and I definitely, like, it's definitely pretty unlikely still, even with a lot of this information, but a new Banjo-Kazooie game would be incredible, since there really hasn't been much surrounding Banjo-Kazooie over the past, like, couple decades. Like, the most we've really gotten is, like, Banjo and Smash, which was really cool, but, like, it would be, like, absolutely amazing to see a new game. But yeah, anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more, and make sure to check out my Discord server and Twitter if you want to. Goodbye.